All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, Baro is back, and let's talk about what he has brought for us today. So, today, the new items are the pack leader emblem, hooray, and the glaring emblem, hooray. These are, I mean, if they were like fancy emblems to use, like if it was like a Sakara or something and it was like considerably more detailed and everything, and it was stylized like for a Kubro and for a Kavat, I might be into it. But honestly, for as simple as these are and for how many better emblems exist, 50 ducats actually seems a little steep. It seems just a bit steep for these. So yeah, probably skip on these. Like, Tennokan Baro is coming up, and I'm going to assume a lot of people are going to be able to get stuff from him. And I will be doing a video on that stuff, by the way, for anyone wondering. So, probably this is a pass. Probably a pass. And if you're going to see him at Tennokan Baro, you can just get him there, because he'll have him again. So, besides those, let's talk about these Prime mods. We have all of the Expel Prime mods. So, here's the deal with these. These are the exact same deal as all the Banes, except for this is for secondaries. That's literally the whole deal. You can spend 160,000 Endo, and your pistols will be marginally better. And you will have to almost certainly reform a lot of them. And also, you will have to be incredibly inconvenienced between missions as you go from Corpus mission to Grenier mission to Corrupted mission to Infested mission, and so on and so forth. I don't think all that hassle and all that endo is really worth it, so I don't use these. And even if I had them all leveled, and they're like some of like the last like 20 mods or so I need to level in the whole game, probably wouldn't go through the trouble of using them. So easily skippable. On the other hand, we have Primed Fever Strike, which I use on pretty much every single melee in the entire game almost. So this is definitely worth your investment. Absolutely pick this up under all circumstances, pretty much. There's almost no melee weapon that doesn't want this. So yeah, probably going to want to grab and level this for sure. Prime Quick Draw, this is a much harder sell. Some people like to use it on the Twin Gurkatas, which is fair. A lot of people really like the Twin Gurkatas. But for me personally, I don't think it's worth it because it's a reload speed mod that you're dumping that much endo into when there's so many other things you could dump that endo into. But it is by no means like a bad mod. I'm sure there are going to be weapons in the future, and of course weapons now like the Twin Gurkata that sometimes want a thing like this. That'll be maybe useful to some people on, especially considering that like secondaries are so powerful that you can actually use like a flex mod on them and they're still going to be just fine. Now, weapons. We have the Prisma Obex, which are an incredibly short-range sparring weapon that don't have the heal the Haruto does. So the Haruto is basically just an automatically better version of this weapon. So probably use that instead. However, this is 3,000 mastery for 500 ducats. So that's a thing you can get. And then the Prisma Twin Gremlins are some really solid secondary critical weapons. Like, they're pretty basic. But if you like how they look, they are going to perform perfectly well against all the things that you'd imagine that critical pistols perform well against. And their fire rate is enough that you're going to be able to easily take down nullifiers and all that good business. So there's that. And then besides that, we don't have much here besides the Katir palette, which I am very much a fan of and would suggest. But other than that, not a ton of stuff going on over here on Yule PC. So let's go check out what they've got on console today. Okay, so over here on console, you guys, of course, have your Prisma Avia ankle plate, because that is, you know, you need the rest of the Prisma Avia set and all that business. The Mesa Immortal skin, which does unfortunately not work how you would want it to with the Prime, as a reminder for anyone who missed that whenever we talked about it on the original time it was released on PC. And then we have, for Prime mods, we have 3 ammo mutations. I think I've gone over these enough as to just say that the Prime pistol ammo mutation is the only one that's really worth using with the Twin Gurkatas. And other than that, the other two aren't really going to be worth your investment outside of some real edge cases. Besides that, though, we have Prime Pistol Gambit and Prime Target Cracker. Obviously, both of these are vital to critical pistol builds, so they're absolutely worth picking up 100%. Prime Slit Magazine, maybe someone would use it at some point, maybe someday, but probably not. So you can safely skip this one. And then besides that, in terms of weapons, we have the Ignis Wraith, which, once again, there should, hopefully, be nice people on your platform that can just give you the blueprints to this, unless you're on the Switch. If you are on the Switch, you cannot get this outside of Baro, because that event never ran on the Switch because it wasn't a thing. So outside of being on the Switch, someone can just give you a blueprint for this. Literally, the clans that have the ability to make the blueprint for this can create an unlimited amount of them, and they cost a very, very small amount of credits that should be insignificant. So please just get this from another nice player. I know that means that some people that don't want to have to interact with another human being. So would you rather have that, not interacting with people, or 550 ducats? I know which one I would personally rather have, of course. Then we have the Volcar Wraith. Volcar Wraith, not my favorite sniper rifle. The critical chance on this really hampers it, as it's a very coin flippy critical chance that I'm not a fan of, but it is a fine sniper rifle, and sniper rifles are generally quite good. So if you really like how the Volcar looks or whatever, you're probably going to be pretty happy with this. And then down here, oddly, you guys got the oh wait, no, sorry, these are not the emblems, these are the sigils. So never mind, this is totally normal. Yeah, you guys have the sigils and stuff, that's fine. Then you'll get the emblems whenever console is caught up and such. So yeah, that is gonna do it for Baro today. Also, just as a heads up, like I said earlier in the video, of course, I am going to be doing should be 2 videos actually for Baro. And then in addition to that, there is going to be a stream tonight of Bloodstained. So if anybody has not seen Bloodstained for some reason, come and hang out there. That is going to be like tonight, like night. Like when I say night, I mean like nighttime. So be ready for it to be later on. But that is the plan for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you hopefully later tonight, but definitely in the Baro videos later. All right, everybody.